Imagine waking up in a world where money simply doesn't exist. No coins jingling in your pocket, no bills to count, and no credit cards to swipe. Instead, every single thing you want or need is only available if you can trade something for it. What if, instead of paying for your breakfast, you had to swap your favorite pair of socks for a sandwich? Or maybe you'd have to trade your comic book collection just to get a carton of milk. Life would be a constant adventure in creativity and negotiation, where every day is a new opportunity to figure out what you have that someone else might want. In this wild and fascinating world, if you're craving a loaf of bread, you don't just hand over some cash and walk away. Instead, you have to think about what you can offer in return. Maybe you've got a basket of fresh vegetables from your garden, or perhaps you've baked a pie that's just too good to resist. The baker might be interested in your veggies, or maybe they're in the mood for something sweet. Every transaction becomes a conversation, a little puzzle to solve, and a chance to connect with your neighbors in a way that money never quite allows. Maybe you're famous in your neighborhood for your amazing homemade cookies. The baker down the street loves them, so you strike a deal. A dozen cookies for a fresh loaf of bread. Suddenly your baking skills are as valuable as gold. You might even find yourself baking extra batches just to have more to trade. And who knows? Maybe the baker will introduce you to someone who needs cookies for a birthday party. And now you're part of a whole network of trades, each one building on the last. But it's not just about trading things, it's about trading skills too. Maybe you're not much of a baker, but you're great at mowing lawns or fixing bikes. You could offer to mow someone's lawn in exchange for a haircut, or fix a neighbor's leaky faucet in return for a home-cooked meal. Suddenly, everyone's talents and hobbies become valuable currency. People start to see each other not just as customers, but as partners in a giant, ongoing exchange of help and creativity. In a world without money, everyone would need to become a master negotiator. You'd have to get really good at figuring out what you have to offer and what you need in return. Maybe you're an artist and you can trade a drawing for someone to repair your bike. Or perhaps you're a whiz at fixing computers and you swap your tech skills for a week's worth of groceries. Every trade would be a little adventure, and you'd learn a lot about what people value and what you're really good at. Of course, things could get tricky. What if you really want apples, but the apple farmer doesn't need anything you have? Maybe you're offering homemade jam, but they already have plenty. Or maybe you're trying to trade your drawing skills, but the farmer just isn't interested in art. Suddenly, getting what you want isn't as simple as handing over some cash. You might have to get creative. Maybe you find someone who wants your jam, and they have something the apple farmer wants. Now you're making a three-way trade, and the whole process becomes a fun, if sometimes complicated, puzzle. To make things easier, communities might set up big trading fairs or swap meets.